You did your best, and that's all that counts. Hey, Mike, what do you think of my new mixtape?
Yahar! Never underestimate the cunning of a pirate. Or a fox, for that matter.
If I get jump scared, you get jump scared.
Might as well face facts. You were always destined to fail.
No light can save you now. The shadow fears me. This time, death cannot save you. It seems you couldn't make it to my show, so I brought this show to you.
Even monkeys fall from trees. This is how it feels. And now you get to experience it over and over and over again. Forever. I will never let you leave.
I don't get out much, so you'll have to excuse my enthusiasm. Please deposit 5 coins. I found my guitar, now reach for the stars as I plunge it through your heart.
I keep it down, would you? I always come back. My friend, you have met a terrible, terrible demise. But, I don't feel too bad about it. After all, if it weren't from me, it would have just been from someone else, you know? I guess what I'm trying to say is life goes on. Well, for everyone else, life goes on. Not not you. You're dead. That's neither here nor there. Reminds me of a summer day in the park. I was having a delightful picnic with my good friend Orville, and I said to him, I said, Orville, I have a story. And he said to me, what's the significance of the story? And I said to him, Orville, not every story has to have significance, you know. Sometimes, uh, sometimes a story is just a story. You try to read into every little thing and find meaning in everything anyone says, you'll just drive yourself crazy. I had a friend do it once. Wasn't pretty. We talked about it for years. Then not only that, but you'll likely end up believing something you shouldn't believe, thinking something you shouldn't think, or assuming something you shouldn't assume, you know? Sometimes, I said, a story is it's just a story. So let's just be quiet for 1 second in your life and eat your sandwich, okay? Of course, it was only then that I realized I'd made sandwiches, and poor Orville was having such difficulty eating it. Elephants have those clumsy hands, you know. Actually, I suppose that's the problem. They don't have hands at all, do they? They're all feet. And I couldn't imagine someone asking me to eat a sandwich with my feet. Now, if I recall correctly, there was a bakery nearby. I said to him, Orville, let me go get you some rye bread. Now, I'm unsure if elephants enjoy rye bread, but I assure you that Orville does. Now, this was on a Tuesday, which was good because rye bread was always fresh on Tuesday. They made sourdough bread on Monday and fruit on Wednesday, or rather, they sold it at a discount for people wanting to feed it to the ducks, and then, probably at the end of the day, finally they threw it all out. I don't recall. I do remember a man who would bring his son to the bakery every Wednesday, and they would go feed the ducks. He would buy all the sourdough bread. Of course, you're not supposed to feed the ducks sourdough bread at all. It swells up in their stomach, and then they all die. At at least, at least that's what I've heard. I never saw any ducks die myself, but I did notice a substantial decrease in the duck population over the course of a few years. I just never thought to stop the man and tell him that he was killing the ducks by feeding them sourdough bread. And if you want my opinion on the matter, and I told Orville this as well, if you want to feed ducks or birds of any kind for that matter, it's best to buy seeds. I mean, when you think about it, bread of any sort doesn't occur in nature. They don't grow on trees or spring up from bushes. I don't think birds know what to do with bread. What was I saying? Oh, yes, yeah. So I bought Orville some rye bread. What a fine day it was.